Hi there everyone and welcome back to another video. A few weeks ago I asked my Twitter followers if you could list 5 things that would make Battlefield Portal better, what would you put on the list? And I got some brilliant responses from that, and 5 things pretty much came out as overwhelmingly popular to add to Portal in the future. And in today's video we're going to run through those 5 things for everyone. If you like the video, please do click the like button. It really does help me with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new here, don't forget, click that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does mean the world to me. I'm nearly at my first target of 1,000 subscribers. You lot have been fantastic, and I'm really hoping to get there very soon. So if you've got anything that you'd like to add to the list, don't forget, let us know in the comments. Tell us, what do you think Portal needs to make it better? So yeah, without further ado, let's crack on with this video, see what the 5 things are that you suggested will make Battlefield Portal better. So let's start off with number 1, and I don't think that this is going to be a surprise to anyone because this was the most universally requested thing to get added, and it is more maps. Yes, here we are 1 year into Battlefield 2042, actually just over, and we have yet to see a single map added to Portal. And it's such a shame. I'm not going to lie, I find it really quite disappointing. I saw Portal as a growing experience, and I thought, number 1, we would see with every Battle Pass edition, we would see at least 1 or 2 maps. I thought it was an easy win, actually, for them to add more maps. Now, don't get me wrong, the work that has been done on Portal has been exceptional. They've done some great work there, and I think that Portal, or I'm hoping that Portal is here to stay, and we have seen some brilliant additions to the logic editor, the web builder. It's all been fantastic, and they have been listening, but this is an easy win. We should be able to see more maps. We've got a brilliant history of maps to draw on. Let's see some more maps added to Portal this year as we have finished the reworks of the original maps. Let's see some more maps. On that note, are there any maps that you would like to see? What a fantastic history we've got. Let's see in the comments below, which maps would you like to see added to Portal? What would you like to see come first? If you have one map that you would really like to see, what would you like to see added? Anyway, number 1 on the list, no surprise to anyone, more maps. So now, number 2 on the list, we have full XP in Portal. So now this is a bit of a strange one because we do already have full XP in Portal. I don't think everybody is aware of that, but if you just run a standard server through the Portal editor, you will get full XP, and we only see reduced XP if we use the logic editor or we add AI. But here comes the problem, because a lot of creators want to make some fantastic custom modes using the logic editor, and we've seen some great work. If you're curious, go and check out bfportal.gg. I've also done a couple of live streams of some mods that some of the great creators over on Discord have created. So we've had Frontlines, we've had Capture the Flag, and we've had a few others. I'll put some links to those videos just up at the top right hand corner if you're interested in checking them out. But the issue with this is these fantastic mods don't get populated particularly well because they have reduced XP. As soon as you put AI or the logic editor into a mode, you get reduced XP. Now, I do understand that the issues with this from a Battlefield point of view, we do have a lot of problems with farming servers, and there have been some suggestions on how to fix this, or at least how to put some precautions or mechanisms in place to stop that from happening. I'm pretty sure that some of you might be able to suggest some ways to do that in the comments below. And I've been playing a lot of Modern Warfare just recently, Modern Warfare 2, and I've got to say there is no XP at all in their custom servers on Modern Warfare as well. So this isn't something that's unique to Battlefield, but it is fair to say that not having full XP in these custom servers is holding back these custom servers from reaching the popularity that they possibly could do, and it's just a little bit disappointing when you've got some great game modes being made. All of these modes could be more popular, and Portal itself could be more populated if we were able to get full XP. If you've got any suggestions to maybe help Ripple Effect or DICE on how to implement full XP with the logic editor included, and how to help them avoid all the farming servers that would crop up as a consequence, or if you don't think it even matters, does it even matter that people run these farming servers? Do you care? Should DICE care whether people run these farming servers? I'll be interested to know. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that particular topic. However, number 2 on the list, perfectly valid one, full XP in servers. Put in there a little caveat using the logic editor, because of course you can have full XP in servers. already. So next, in at number 3 and taking us to the midpoint of our list is a map editor. Now I've got to say, before Portal was released, before Battlefield 2042 was released, I actually thought that we would get one of these. We didn't have any information about Portal before it was released, or at least early enough to get some idea. And obviously lots of us thought that a map editor would make perfect sense. And wouldn't that be great, allowing the community to design, create their own maps and get those added. We have a lot of very experienced and exceptionally skilled creators in the community who are working on Portal and using the Logic editor at the moment, but it really does feel like we are lacking the map editor tool, and we have seen some brilliant inventions in other games where map editors have been there. Yeah, of course, there's a lot of nonsense, and I don't doubt for a moment that introducing a map editor would be a very, very difficult thing to add. But by now, we probably would have seen some recreations of the original maps, some brilliant changes to existing maps, and I have to say, we are really hampering the creativity of the community by not having a map editor. Will we see one? I think that's very unlikely. We're definitely not going to see a map editor for Battlefield 2042. Don't believe the infrastructure is there, but if you're listening, a map editor was one of the number 1 listed things that people were requesting, and I think you would see some amazing creativity come out of the community if you just put the tools in their hands. So there we go. Would you like to see a map editor? In at number 3, a map editor. Let the community do its thing, and let's see some brilliant maps from the community. So here we are, point number 4 on our list, and our penultimate point, and this next one is some sort of voting system for custom Portal experiences. Now obviously in the browser we can see the experiences that are running at any one time, but wouldn't it be great if you could see a list of all of the experiences that are available and see which ones players have been voted as the most popular and the best experiences that creators have made. Now for some idea of what this might look like, I'm going to give another shout out to the bfportal.gg website. If you check that out and have a look at it, you can see that we get some featured experiences at the top, and players who have been using them can vote for them and say which ones they like best. Now unfortunately the way the game does this at the moment really restricts our exposure to anything other than a single game mode or a couple of game modes. Now I used to play a game called Trials, I still do, a bike racing game, love Trials, it's a great game, and they had an excellent map system where creators would make their own tracks and you could see which tracks had been made and you could select those tracks. Now I don't again doubt that this is a significantly more complex process on Battlefield than it is on a game like Trials, but hey, wouldn't it be great if you could see a list of experiences, ones that have been rated very, very highly by the community, and then just check them out, run your own server. Maybe we'd see more variation in game modes, more servers running, and you'd get some exposure to some of the weird and wonderful experiences that Portal creators have made. And you know what? Those creators might get a little bit more recognition for the work that they've done because their game modes would get voted highly. Anyway, there we go. In at number 4, an in-game voting system for custom experiences so that everyone gets to see and experience some of the wonderful work that has been done in Portal that currently goes, gotta say, a little bit unrecognised. And here we are, point number 5 and the last one on our list, and I have to say I've really kind of added this one for just myself because I think that this would be a fantastic move if this got added to Portal. And what I'd like to see is better accessibility to the Portal tools to make it easier for beginners to set up their own Portal servers. Now I've got to say the tools that they've added have been absolutely fantastic, but for beginners, for people that aren't interested in all of the ins and outs of Portal, having it all web-based and having it look at first glance so complicated, whilst it's brilliant for me doing all the tutorials and guides, if you're just a player wanting to set up a quick server very quickly on your own without any instruction, it's just not that easy. If we wind ourselves back to some of the earlier implementations, so if we go back to Battlefield 5 and we go back to Battlefield 1, for your traditional, easy, simple setup server, you could do that straightforwardly, straight in the game, choose a range of game modes, choose a range of maps, flick a few switches, set a few settings and get your server up and running for your community very quickly. It was easy for everyone. Now, if you want to do that and you want to make some changes to your map rotation, make some changes to settings, you can't mix up the game modes if you want to because Portal doesn't allow you to do that. And you've got to have somebody that has an account, understands Portal and how it works, and is willing to sit there with the laptop open and make all the changes to that server. I think we can make this easier for everyone. So what would I like to see? I'd like to see it made much easier to set up a basic server with some custom options through the game itself. Now, I don't know whether this is holding people back, but I will tell you I do, when I put crossplay on, see a lot of servers running on PCs, and I don't see half as many running on the console version. And I suspect that the reason for that is because if you're on PC, you've got your PC open already, very easy to just pop into the web editor, make some changes, and then set the server running. It's just not as easy on console. So that's my last one, especially for me. I do think this would be a good addition. If we're not going to get it this time, please let us see it in the next edition. The web editor, I don't want to see that go. It is absolutely fantastic. Portal and the Portal Logic editor are absolutely brilliant. But if you're a beginner, let's be honest, it's not the most accessible of systems if you just want to run your own custom server. And that's it. That brings us to the end of our top 5 things that we would like to see added to Portal to make it better. I did miss off a few things that were suggested on my Twitter feed. Some people had some suggestions. Most of them came in for the main game, rotating game modes, ability to switch maps, a server browser. Oh my word, a server browser in the main game would be fantastic. Squad switching, those kind of things. All of those things we would like to see added to the main game. And maybe at some point, I know other creators have made those sorts of videos, but maybe we'll come back and have a visit for those. But that's it. That brings us to the end of the list. Have you got anything that you'd like to see added? Is there something you're a little bit disappointed that I missed off my list? Please do add them to the comments below. I would like to think that people over at Ripple Effect and DICE are listening. They are listening to the community. Let's make our voice heard and tell them what we want to see. And that's not to mention a spectator mode. Hey, what wouldn't we give for a spectator mode? Anyway, let's leave it here. We could go on forever. Take care, everyone. I'll be back with more guides soon and some more comments. If you like the video, please click like, share it with people, and one final plea, if you've not subscribed and you got this far through my video, not many people do, please click the subscribe button and help me get towards that 1,000 subscribers. And that's it for me. Until next time, take care, everybody. Have a wonderful week, and I will speak to you all again soon. Ta-ra.